It's getting more bizarre by the day, my friends. This is Tony. Hope you're all doing well. Hope you're having a wonderful Christmas time. Well, actually, we have Amazon striking just in time for Christmas gifts to arrive. We'll get into that. We're going to get into a ton of stuff. So many strange things going on around us at this point. Obviously, a lot of people have been paying attention to what's going on in New Jersey. And we got an update for you in this video. You're not going to believe some of the stuff I'm going to show you. Yeah, I don't think these are what they're telling us. Okay, we're seeing, it started off that way. It started off as drones, right? We were like, okay, drones, whatever. Maybe they're looking for something. But now it's started to morph into something else. And morph is probably the right word. Because we're seeing all these other things now. Just when you thought you'd seen everything, check this out. I have 3 different videos that are just going to blow your mind. We have here, it appears to be some sort of orb and a drone, and it appears that it knocks it out of the sky. Check this out. You can see it's coming up to it, or actually coming down to it, I mean, and interacting. The drone's interacting, and then next thing you know, there's the drone. It's gone. That one's kind of strange. Now, actually, this is the lighter one of the 3. We have other ones that are just even more ridiculous. This one, let's see if I don't know if this is on the screen enough. Hopefully you can see it all. Yeah. You see that plane up there? You see it flying over there. You see it shot something. And I think it's taking out drones. Here's another one. Very strange. So you have those 2 videos. Of course, this guy didn't apparently get it all on the screen, maybe because it's moving so quickly, but you can see the after effects of what happened. Now, the next one is pretty crazy as well. Let's see if it'll load. There we go. Okay, so this is some sort of missile being shot at, and I'm not sure in this case what this is. This looks like it could be a drone. Let me just show you this one. Let's see if I can back it up. It's over the water, New Jersey. It took it out. So I don't know what's going on, why this is happening. We actually have numerous videos like this coming out now. What's going on here? I don't think this is normal. Okay, I don't think this is normal to seeing orbs and drones and them taking each other out and jets flying around, taking out. Honestly, it's hard to tell what some of these things are. I'm guessing they're taking out drones or orbs. I don't know what's going on here, man. It is very bizarre. Maybe you guys can tell me what you think in the comment section below. Orbs. We have this one that's just unbelievable. Okay, it's not an orb. I don't know what this thing is. And this picture doesn't even tell you. Okay, when it's stuck in a tree. And when you get closer, it looks like a jelly blob. I am not joking. It's moving. It's got lights on it. It looks like a jelly blob with some weird. It don't look like anything you ever seen before. All right. It don't look like anything you ever seen before. Stuck in some guy's tree in New Jersey. Okay. In Florida, thousands of them, hundreds of them in the sky, whatever these are. We got weird ones. We got ones where they're light flashing everywhere like this. This is all happening, and it's not just New Jersey, although a lot of it is there. We're seeing them in lots of states, Texas, everywhere now, other countries even. This is not what they were telling us before, and we have a response from our GOV. You're not gonna believe it's pretty hilarious. We'll get into that as well. Let's just start here. Let's start with the Amazon. Yes, just in time for Christmas. You're expecting all these things to arrive on time. They go on strike, of course, and I mean, honestly, this would probably be the best time if you're trying to, get something changed at Amazon, because you want to hit them while the time is the worst timing, so that they just like, okay, we'll just give you what you want. But apparently Jeff Bezos is not going for it fully, my friends. He's turned on the water over here. Apparently, workers are standing strong, keeping the picket going, while Amazon themselves turn on a water spigot to flood them out. Stop striking, just go back to work. All right. So that's apparently how he's going to play it. I remember he's not exactly the most generous person in the world. I remember, I don't know if it was last Christmas or the one before that. He had a raffle for the workers, and the prize was a sandwich, a bag of chips, and a soda. And that was that like one person won that in the raffle. It wasn't like everybody got this. It was one per. That was the raffle, no joke. Let's just hear a little bit of what these workers say about what their working conditions are and all that.
This is my third holiday I'm giving to Amazon. I haven't been around for Thanksgiving or Christmas.
It's constant speed up for the holidays.
It's like twice as dangerous, I would say, because everyone's moving twice as fast and there's twice as much work.
Every horror story you read about Amazon is true. But
Oh my goodness gracious. So of course, maybe they're just trying to strike so they can go to Christmas for once. I don't know. Maybe they're just not able ever to take Christmas off, Thanksgiving. Ebenezer Scrooge is running the company, you know. Little Timmy just wants to go to Christmas, and Jeff Bezos won't let him go, right? So, I mean, obviously they're looking for wage increases, and apparently they work them pretty hard, especially at Christmas. And they're saying all these stories you read online are true. I've seen some pretty doozy ones. I don't know about you, but there's some pretty crazy ones I've seen about Amazon. But so there's that. And we're going to get into a ton of stuff in this video. I got to mention, of course, this book here, The Lost Ways, How Your Great-Great-Grandfather Lived Without Electricity, How to Build a Cellar, Do Things Around the House Like They Did in the Good Old Days, hundreds of pages illustrated. You might want to get that. You never know what's next. Flooding, World WAR, orbs in your backyard. Who knows? I mean, at this point, we don't know what's going to happen next. I hope there's no orbs in your backyard. I really don't think so. But you know what I'm saying. They're up in the sky above New Jersey. It's wise to get this book just in case. You never know what's next. Always wise to be prepared. You can't buy this after the fact. The electricity goes out. Oh, I got to go buy it. Oh, I can't get on this video because the electricity's out. You know, so you might as well get the printed version. Get it right now. A link is in the description, $37 plus shipping. Also, gold and silver's link below. The giveaway is over, but there's some deals going on with gold and silver, food supply down below. And the link for food supply, I hope it's working. You know, it was working at least on my phone. It's not working on my PC. So if you got a phone, you should be able to buy some food supply if you want to buy that. 25-year shelf life. Link is in the description. At any rate, so let's get back to the video. So we have, of course, a lot of companies striking right now. We have Starbucks apparently doing a worker strike as well. A lot of people are not happy with their wages, and it has a lot to do with them printing money and giving it to their friends, these rich friends. Talking about the GOV doing this. And on that note, we had, of course, this ridiculous spending bill that they were trying to pass, which did pass, by the way. Shrunk a lot. They were able to get things done very quickly. It's just amazing to me. Now that we have X, we have people who are able to put their voice forward. We don't have these ridiculous spending bills being passed anymore. Now they cut out, like, this is 1,500 pages. This is 116. They cut out 1,400 pages from this thing. And it was a lot of ridiculous stuff in there. A lot. I mean, full funding for a DC stadium. There was, like, you know, the whole passports. There's money for that in there. There's money for a group that goes around finding, you know, Ruslan, information. Ruslan, I'm talking about Russia. Yeah, so they had funding for all the things we hate in there, and they were able to get it cut out in no time flat. All that stuff removed, all of it, and this is probably the first spending bill almost in like a decade that's probably not full of garbage. I don't know, man. So that's some good news, right? You got some good news out there. Then we have this. This is sort of something I used to talk about some years ago on YouTube. We have apparently trains of military, of course, vehicles going through San Diego. Just tons and tons. It goes for a long time. Lots of different things in there. What is this all for? What is the reason for all this massive amount of military vehicles and equipment being moved? That's a good question. We don't know the answer to that yet. Maybe in due time we will know. But there's that. That's a pretty interesting video. Then we got this here. We're going to get into the drones, and actually I wouldn't even call them drones. At this point, it's so weird. It started off like a month and a half ago with just like a few drones, right? Then it became a lot more drones. And then it became some drones and a few orbs. Now it's becoming a lot more orbs and weird stuff and less drones. Okay, it is. It's literally becoming... It's almost like they were trying to get us accustomed to it. Like, you're okay with the drones? Okay, we'll bring out the orbs now. Oh, you're okay with the orbs? Let's bring out the jellyfish ones now. I'm not joking. I'm joking and serious at the same time. Here's one from a plane. Some guy was recording numerous orbs following the plane, and it does it for a long time.
Look at that.
Now, these follow this plane for quite a while because they're even there at nighttime. Same plane. Check this out.
It was a very long flight. I mean, he started recording this during the day and then he's still recording it at night.
This is from James LaFeur's channel. He's talking about what's going on with this video. If you remember that guy, he had the channel That Is Impossible. He also has the channel James, I think it's called. You should go check him out if you haven't already. But he's been around for a long time. At any rate, he's talking about some of these strange orbs. And what's really bizarre, I saw the most bizarre video. I got to show you a little bit of this over on X. And this is related. This is a plane being followed by, of course, orbs. And something very bizarre happens. Check this out.
370. And zoom right here. Here, there's the second one. And
okay, so he's talking about these things rotating around the plane. See that? They start oscillating. Check that out. And then all of a sudden, the plane disappears. That is bizarre. Now, of course, the question is this even real? Could be, I mean, honestly, it could be fake. These days... This is like the best time for UFOs to just be everywhere because like you could just say, oh, it's not real. But I mean, the fact is all these people in New Jersey are seeing them and taking videotapes, and they're clearly not professional video editors, and they're not using AI to do this. So, but it's just like, you know, it's so, there's always a way to explain away everything, you know what I mean? But honestly, when the ones I'm going to show you in a minute, like you're not going to believe it. So we have this right here, a comment. This was something posted on Reddit a little bit before this all started. I think maybe a couple weeks before it all started. 2 months ago, during a talk at Yale, Danny Sheehan said aliens are coming to intervene because they now can't allow us to destroy the life-generating capabilities of the planet, and the GOV knows this. And he goes, apparently he's doing a lecture at Yale, and this guy's a lawyer. And he's talking about aliens coming. He went on to say your friends and family to prepare because it's going to be a shock. Then he goes, let's examine this. Danny is a lawyer for both Grush and Elizondo. It would make sense he would know things like this from an attorney-client privilege. Also, Danny's not bound to any security, of course, clearances or NDAs. He can just go publicly say what he knows. I mean, who knows? Maybe there's something going on there. Maybe he is telling us something he knew. We've seen this on 4chan and Reddit. They'll say something before it happens. Maybe he knew something, right? Now you have this one as well. This one's very bizarre. This is in Florida. Obviously, that one right there is a plane. What are these? Now, it sounds like drones in the background, though. So it's so weird. Why? You know, it's so weird because before this all started, I remember Elon tweeted something about like thousands of drones being able to work together to do, you know, military or whatever stuff. And that was right before this all started. And then all of a sudden we start seeing these drones everywhere. And then we start seeing orbs. I'm like, something weird is going on here. You know what I mean? These could be drones. I don't know what these are. Balloons, drones, what are they? Orbs, who knows? I mean, at this point, we don't know what those are. It's too far away. It's hard to tell. Of course, our wonderful Prez is telling us Nothing nefarious. Gives first statement on New Jersey, drones. You guys are worrying about nothing. Don't worry about it. There's nothing there. Don't worry. This weird one in a tree, don't worry about that. It just looks strange. I know it looks really strange. This is from a different camera. Oh, look, I got an ad. Give me a second here. I'm going to get past the ad here. This is on Casper Sights channel. Okay, check this out. Look, it's moving. Look at it. What's going on there? Dude, there's something wagging inside it. And it's got lights on it, and it's like a jelly thing. It looks like a jelly thing. There's another angle of this. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here we are. Look at that. Does that look like a normal drone to you? Now, this is the camera. So then he pulls out and just takes a photo, zooms in, and this is what it looks like zoomed in. Does that look like a drone to you? It looks like an amoeba. It literally looks like a giant amoeba floating and got stuck in a tree. That's what it looks like to me. That don't look like anything I've ever seen in my life. I don't know about you. That does not look normal. At any rate, so of course, but remember, our wonderful beloved Prez told you there's nothing weird going on. It's just all completely normal. Just ignore the amoeba in your tree, all right? Just ignore the amoeba in your tree. Ignore the Klingon ship flying overhead. Ignore the orb that talks to you. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, just ignore all of it. It's just completely not real. It's just in your head. You're seeing things and it's not real or something. I don't know. You have this one here. This one's kind of weird as well. I mean, this one is far more explainable than the last one. This one, you could just say they put a laser on top and bottom of it, and it's just shooting a laser up. I mean, you could literally say that. You could theoretically make something do this. But it does look very strange, and this isn't the first one I've seen. I've seen numerous do this. This is probably the third, or I think this is the third video I've seen like this, where you got some weird laser stuff going on. And again, it has something flying near it. It's like really strange. They all fly in packs. Of course, we got these outlets coming out saying it's probably just a plane, okay? That amoeba in your tree is probably just a plane. Don't worry about it, okay? It's just a plane, bro. It's just a plane, okay? It's just a plane floating in your tree with a weird look to it, you know? Just be calm, okay? If you see some weird thing come out of it and start, skedaddling around, just ignore it, okay? It's nothing. It's normal. It's completely normal for this stuff to happen. At any rate, so I think it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, honestly, we were talking about this months ago. I didn't think they would try this. I actually didn't think they would try this. My researcher was telling me this is probably what they're going to try. And I'm like, I don't, man, come on. They're going to try aliens, really? Is that what they're going to try as their last little plan or last straw is to pull out the alien card? Really? He's like, yeah, I think that's what I'm like, really, man? Come on, man. Are they going to try to sell that to us? They're going to try to sell that to us? Apparently, yeah. Apparently, he was right. That's what they're trying to sell us. And it seems like it's not letting up. Matter of fact, I'm seeing more and more videos on this. Again, does that look like a plane to you? Does that look like a drone to you? Just let me know what you think, all right? It's got a green light on it, too. This is what's so weird. It has this green light on it, and it has some things moving inside it, too. What in the world, bro? Look at that. It's got lights on the bottom. It's got a green light here. It's stuck in the tree, man. I would like to see him take it down and, show us what it is. Maybe he's too scared to cut it down. I don't know. Yeah, that's pretty crazy, man. Getting things stuck in your tree now. I don't know, man. We also have a couple other stories real quick I wanted to get into really fast. We have, of course, this Brett Cooper situation, I guess you would call it. We're talking about, she's a YouTuber, and apparently she's parted ways from the Daily Wire. Apparently it wasn't as amicable as they would have let us on to believe. This video is actually from way before she left. This guy said he had some sort of inside scoop on the whole thing.
But once she crossed Jeremy Boring and Jeremy was pissed, he decided he would replace her with her best friend. And so he made a contract offer that Reagan apparently could not refuse.
And this guy's making this video before this even happened. Let me go make sure I'm right. Because this was like a month ago he made this video. Oh, not a month. It was like 20 days ago or something. Let me see here. Comment section with Brett Cooper, which of course no longer is her. But let's see her last episode. Last episode was 11 days ago. Yeah, so this was way before. This was about 10 days before her last episode that he put this out. So he's talking about what happened before it happened. All right? Let's listen a little bit more.
And he is now replacing Brett with Reagan slowly until the expiration of the current contract with.
So, I mean, she crossed, Brett Cooper crossed Jeremy Boring. And he's the God King. You can't cross the God King, okay? Yeah, here's the God King right himself. Oh my goodness. It says right here, lowercase God King. So he's like a really low God King, apparently. This is, of course, he put that in. Remember that whole Christ is, king, that whole thing that came out? And he was like saying that you shouldn't say it because it might offend somebody. This guy, he said in some circumstances it could offend somebody, right? So then that was probably when he put this lowercase in front of his name. I'm a God King, just not a really big God King. Yeah, bro, you're not a God King, bro. You're really not. And a lot of people are definitely seeing way through all this stuff. And so we have this other clip here as well. Check this out.
Her best friend, who was her maid of honor at her wedding, they allegedly gave her acting classes to help her imitate Brett's mannerisms. No. And when I was talking to a girl with the family I was staying with before, she's like an 18-year-old chick that loves Brett Cooper. She's a total super fan. And she was like, yeah, the Reagan episodes are kind of weird.
Welcome back to the comment section. So obviously, I talk car brand into a whole new stratosphere of woke confusion. I'm concerned about feminism. I'm concerned about the growing gender divide. But before we get into today's episode, make sure you like this video.
She actually has kind of a similar voice, a little bit, and also like similar mannerisms. It's like she's a clone. She's a clone, my friends. She's trying to replace her. She was at her wedding apparently and is one of her good friends. That's really messed up, dude. At any rate, so there's that. I'm kind of wondering what some of you guys think. Let me know in the comment section below, and thanks for watching.